Hey there, it's Erin with Time Saving Templates, and in this video, I'm going to go over a shortcut that you can borrow when it comes to doing lookups in Excel for multiple columns. So I'm going to be using the variable compensation template. This template is used to plan and calculate employee bonuses, and I'll also link to where you can find that template. But for this example, what I want to do is pull over various columns of data into a summary tab and pull it from a detailed tab, which is over here. This detailed tab has a lot of columns. I just want to pull out a few that we can look at a snapshot of just certain key information. Okay, so I'm going to go through a couple scenarios so that you can see the difference of when you would want to use XLOOKUP with the choose formula versus just XLOOKUP on its own. And basically, it's based on what order are the columns in from your detail tab. So these columns are in the same order in my detail tab, and these are in different order. They're in a different order, and we want one formula to pull all the columns. And then after that, I'll also go through an example of what it looks like to use just the choose formula on its own, just because I think it helps in understanding how you can use it. So to start out with this, I would first pull in just the regular XLOOKUP formula. We're going to be pulling on the employee ID, and the lookup array will be in our detail tab, the employee ID column. And then the return array is going to be job level through current salary. So I would just highlight job level through current salary, all 5 columns. They're in the same order. There's no hidden columns here. So it's going to pull those all in. And that is when your columns are in order, you can use one formula, pull all of those in separate instead of doing a separate formula for each column. Now, when your columns are not in the same order, so with the ones I have highlighted here that are all in a different order, I want target bonus, then I want performance rating, salary, etc. That's when we're going to want to add the choose formula to it. So I'm going to take this formula here and highlight and copy it. That will keep my reference to the employee ID, and I'm going to click and paste this in. Okay, so it's giving me exactly the same information that I have over here, but I want these different headers, obviously. So then from here, I'm gonna come over here where the return array is. Instead of highlighting those columns, I'm gonna delete that, and that's where we're gonna put our choose formula in. So I'm gonna type in choose, and then I'm gonna do a parenthesis and bracket. So I'm using the bracket because we're pulling in more than one column here. So we're going to just list out 1 through 5 with commas separated. This is telling it that we're pulling in 5 different columns. So you'll always want to start with 1 when you're using this choose function. And if you had 10 columns, you type out 10, etc. I'll run through a simpler example of choose after this, but for this scenario, we would need 5 for our 5 columns in the bracket. And then after we close the bracket, a comma. And now here's where I can go and select in order the columns that I want to appear. So whatever I list first is going to link to column 1. The value I list second is going to pull in column 2. So from here, I'm going to go to the bonus detail, and I'm just going to highlight the columns that I had in the order. So I had number 1, comma, then my second column, third column, comma, fourth, comma, and fifth. And then I'm going to close my parenthesis. I might have an extra. No, I have. Okay. Let's see. The NA is applying to right here where I have bonus details Z and AA. I need it to be just one column so that number 4, somehow I highlighted both, so it needs to just be AA. So let me just correct that up here. Okay, there we go. And so that pulls in the 5 columns in the order that I want. So I'm going to highlight these and drag it down. Okay, and now it's pulling in the target, performance rating, salary, the number of months it's prorated, and the actual bonus in the order that I want. So that's how you would use the formula together. And if I wanted to add a 6th or a 7th column, I could just come in here and type out 6 and 7 and then add it at the end. So the order that you put the columns is the order it will put it in here. And another way that you can use the choose function is just to assign something based on a numeric value. So if you were using choose on its own, you could just do equals choose, and you could either enter 1, 2, or 3, or you could reference a cell that has the numeric value. So here I'm going to have it reference performance rating, and then I'm going to do a comma. And then I'm just going to list out what I want to appear for the first, second, third, or fourth option. So if 1 is selected, I want to put below target. If 2 is selected, on target. And then third will be exceeds. And then close parenthesis. And you're going to need the quotations, but if you don't feel like adding quotations in, I just pull up the FX box here, and as you tab through it, just tab through and it adds the quotation marks, and click OK, and then that will pull it in. So that's if you have something in order and it's probably just a few ratings and you want to type it out. If you want to reference a table like the one above, you could even just use a VLOOKUP formula for that. You could also use the choose formula. So let me just go through how that would look too. So if you used choose and I based it on the rating and then comma, I could just select each target, but you do need to have commas between each. You can't just select it like this. But when you are doing that, if you press the control key while you select the others, it will automatically add that comma in between so that you don't have to sit there and click on it, and then close parenthesis. And then as long as these are in the order of the first, second, and third, it works. Oh, but one thing you do have to do is highlight the values you want in a function F4 to make those absolute. Otherwise, as you drag it down, it'll not reference the table. So then you could do that and you could have continue entering a value and it'll populate. So I hope that helps. And if you like the video, please comment or subscribe and like the video, and let me know if you have any questions or other examples or use cases, and I'm happy to go through some more examples of that. And also don't forget that we do have some free resources over here at timesavingtemplates.com/free resource. There's a few things that are specific for the HR and compensation field, for rewards planning, a compensation metrics cheat sheet, and a salary survey guide. And then I also have some other resources, just some different training videos, and also for rental property management and some pricing templates for small business. So yeah, until next time, don't forget, I am here to help you streamline and save time when it comes to using your spreadsheets. Thanks.